Hello, everybody, and welcome back to JoBro Radio Season 4, your greatest nerd and pop culture podcast live on all your favorite podcast platforms. I'm your humble host, Gage, and as always, joined by my fellow co-host, Neo. Say hello, buddy.
Hey, what's up? How's it going, guys?
That wasn't for me, but I'm doing pretty good, and I trust
glad
you
to
all
hear it.
are as well. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm not doing too bad. I'm just happy to be back.
I am
doing
too.
the podcast.
It has been a good hot minute. We took a nice hiatus, and we are back with a vengeance. I think that was a good place to stop.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh boy!
Alright, well, thank you all for watching.
Yep, we're done. Go ahead and check out our socials. No, oh jeez, so much to catch up on.
Yeah, doing video now. We got our faces.
Yeah, we're doing a video. You get to look at our ugly mutts as we
As
talk
long as you're
about.
watching this on YouTube.
Yeah, talk about random, I don't know, bullshit half the time. Sorry, stink butt point. No, half. The rule still
you
stands.
apologized.
The rule still stands. But anyway, yeah, welcome to season 4. It took us a good hot minute to, pull our heads out of our butts and figure out how we're gonna switch to video format or add video format. But we think we got a good thing going. We're still gonna work out kinks, so hopefully everything's gonna look all right. But where to start? We usually start with small talk. We usually have a topic. Today there is no topic other than a little bit of catch up, which we'll be talking about. But have you had anything that's happened ever so recently, Neo, that you want to share for the small talk on top of just the big talk?
I went to a baby shower yesterday.
Yeah. Didn't you bring? I just want to get something straight. You bought whiskey, and that's the thing you said you were bringing it to. Yes.
Yeah.
Alcohol to a baby shower?
Yeah, man.
That feels a little weird.
I mean, I was the only one who brought alcohol, but we finished that bottle in like an hour.
Yeah, go figure. Congratulations, you're an alcoholic, but well, I mean, maybe not. I can't say that I've had anything that intense happen to me. We've been streaming a bit more often.
Indeed. You got your ears pierced.
Yeah, I got my ears pierced. Probably can't see it too very well on the video, but I'm still trying to find earrings that I like, other than these small ones. Actually, these are different earrings than what were initially put in. They were like these big hunky pimp diamonds, and now they're small ones, and I want to get the hoops, something that's appropriate for work. My fault, pimp. Sorry, pimp. That's funny. That's really
I love
funny.
that phrase.
Oh, whoop, get rid of that. We're good. Nothing happened. Well, so there's well, no, that's a little bit of a sneak peek. Jeez, I don't really know where to start. So much has happened. Streaming more often, which means we're also going to be getting onto the JoBro Streams page. JoBro Gaming TTV on Twitch. Go ahead and check it out. Give it a follow. You'll like it. Don't know what we're going to be playing yet, but I mean, there's a large variety, so we'll see what happens from that point. I bought myself a PlayStation 5. That's probably the most notable thing, and I love this thing. And I said before, we talked about it outside of stream a few days ago. Graphics are not everything to me in a game. I'll play an 8-bit game and still have like the best time of my life if it's a good game. But dude, the graphics, they're so good.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Are you using the controller that I bought for you a while ago, or are you using the one that came with the PlayStation?
I've been using the one that came with the PlayStation, but
I see how it is.
I still use yours for things. Like when I play like a PC game, then I'll plug it in and use it.
Understandable.
If it allows for PlayStation 5 format, fine, I'll use yours. Fuck it, I don't care. Excuse me. That's how long we've been out of it. I've forgotten about the stink butt rule, where I keep overlooking it.
I think this is the first time in history that you had more stink butt points than me.
No, I racked up those stink butt points last season after the Hogwarts episode.
Yeah, but you gave it like an apology beforehand and after the fact, so all those were only halved.
No, 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 not all of them. I can't allow for all of them. Uh, but oh wow, I really let loose in that episode. Um, anyway, God of War. I spent like 10 minutes examining shrubbery. I was just walking in circles around a bush, like looking at how like sharp and fine tuned it was. It was just chef's kiss.
Any
But
footprints or whatever.
yeah, pretty much. Um, anyway, for season 4, we have no plan as always. Um, today we're pretty much. I kind of said it a little bit earlier. We're just playing catch up. We're just talking about the stuff we've done, or I don't know, pretty much just sharing stories that happened over the past month. You know, maybe talk about further plans, even though really the only plan we made was to switch to video format, which, as far as we know at this moment, is complete. Uh,
Right.
so, I mean, do you have anything you want to add in, throw in, buddy?
Like before we get into the meat of the episode, or
Just anything. I mean, that was the transition to the meat.
oh, okay. We've been playing a lot of Demonologist. Very fun game, very terrifying game.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. No, that there's a lot I could say about that game. I really hope that they add it. So, for people who don't know what Demonologist is, it's a game like Phasmophobia. If you don't know what Phasmophobia is, please use the internet at least once. Uh, it's a ghost hunting game. You find out what the ghost is, and then there's a couple of small side objectives, and then you exorcise the ghost. So it has a little bit more activity than Phasmophobia. It's in a bit of a different setting, and it is a lot scarier because there's a lot more uh, ambient action going on, right? Things will move, or like a ghost will pop up, just as like a jump scare pretty much. I mean, it's fairly cheap, but it's still creepy. Uh, but I hope that they add in some other things that'll like give you extra money, because I know like Phasmophobia, you got to find out what the ghost is. There's some side objectives, and then it's like it might not be a side objective, but if you get a picture of like dirty water, you get a little bit of extra money, or a picture of this or that. You get money just for photos in general if they're photos of the right thing.
Yeah, like bones, blood, the ghost.
Yeah, I hope they incorporate some of that stuff, and they might. They probably will. They've already done some things with that game that has been suggested to Phasmophobia, but they like haven't done.
Right.
Yeah, we've been streaming that on our solo pages.
I do find like some of the evidence finding things in Demonologist are a lot more complicated than Phas. Like for instance, like in Phas you have the dots projector and you can see the ghost walking through it. In Demonologist there's like an ESG device, and maybe the ghost will like appear above it in like a T pose. But I've only seen it like once.
I think we've only had a reliable ESG mark like twice throughout at this point, quite a few rounds we've put into it. There's definitely still some work they're gonna have to do with it, and I mean they had an update yesterday that we kind of know a little bit about, but we haven't. They have notes out for it now. I didn't read them yet
they?
though. You know what?
I haven't.
What am I saying? I have a PC right in front of me. Let's look at the notes. ESG has been boosted by 10% and now includes the following voice commands: manifest and show yourself.
Ooh.
So what that means is every single time I've said show yourself, it's done nothing. It doesn't even register. Good to know.
Findable lore notes have been added.
I do like lore notes. See, I like their phrasing there. They didn't say findable story notes. You know why? Because there's no story. I wish
flashlight toggle, that was important, that needed to be added.
Oh, I'm so glad they added that. I pointed that out. I was like, oh. Well, you already knew about it, but there's a new
Single
hidden
player
achievement.
reward boost.
Yeah. New character hairstyles and beards.
Ooh,
I'm excited about that. We're gonna have to play that after this.
for sure.
Text-based voice. Yeah, the text-based. You know, for people who don't have microphones. The Fulu talisman. We already saw that.
Haven't used it yet. I have really no idea what it does in full.
Yeah, no, we'll have to figure that out. And then there's some bug fixes. An issue where a player cannot move after dying on the clock at Cyclone Street. That's a very specific bug.
It makes sense. Like, so if you're putting the clocks on, exercise it, and you die while doing that, you're bugged in place and you can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Minor
It's like a hard
fixes.
block.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. Demonologist has a lot of potential. I hope they don't, screw it up.
Yeah. I still like in the current state, I'd still like Phaz a little bit more, just because of like the mechanics behind Phaz and how you find the ghost. But I'm growing to love Demonologist more and more.
I like that Phasmophobia has a lot of other background options, because here's the thing: if you were to go into Phasmophobia and not find out what the ghost is, if you were to take a picture of all the things that could give you money and maybe even get a couple of of the side objectives done, you're still making a good amount of money for what that game is,
Yeah, and like
but
also every ghost has like labels of like what it does, what its weaknesses are, strengths are in Phaz. And Demonologist throw like 4 or 5 ghosts. It's like we have no data on this ghost.
Yeah, well, some of them do, but then yeah, there's some well, and there's also a couple where there is information on them, but there's like no weaknesses basically, but it'll say their strengths, or it'll say that there's no strengths but there's weaknesses. I think
What
I think
would
that's
be like
probably a place filler.
an interesting way of going about that kind of road for Demonologist is like start off with having no data for any ghost, right? And when you discover a ghost and get it correct, you gain data on that ghost.
Well, I mean, you'd have to know what the indicators for the ghost are, at least.
Well, yeah, but it'll still give you like EMF5 or fingerprints or whatever. But that's the only thing you have to go by to find out what kind of ghost it is. But you don't know what it does, what its traits are, what its weaknesses and strengths are.
Right.
Until you discover it at least once, and you'll start unlocking more things about the ghost.
Then you would need all 3 to get it, right? Or you would at least need to guess it right. Which, I mean, if there's no data to read on it, then guessing is a lot harder. But, I mean, yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. You are a rookie in game after all. The game calls you rookie, so I'm like, that would make a lot of sense. Like, you don't know anything about these things, and then you kind of just, like, catalog it as you go. That would be pretty interesting.
Or, I mean, even if... Ooh, actually, I just thought of something. So maybe those lore bits that they added, right? Maybe they are clues, and you can find out the no data ghosts if you read them. You can get data on them, actually.
That would be cool if they did it that way.
That'd be interesting if they did.
I'm not entirely sure if they did, though, but who knows? Let's see, what else have we been doing? It's pretty much it. We just been playing a lot of Demonologist. V Rising is something that I'm excited to get into. I'm just waiting for Dad to restart and all that, so that way we can get into that.
I haven't loaded it up yet. Haven't played it.
No?
We've been playing a bit of No Man's Sky recently. We've been getting back into that.
Oh, No Man's Sky had such an amazing update. And I need to be careful. I need to be careful because this can very quickly turn into another No Man's Sky episode.
They added Sentinel ships, and if you know what Sentinels are, they're like the things that attack you on certain planets or whatever.
Space Nazis.
And they added... Sure. Yeah, and they added like dozens and dozens of unique ships. And they're really nice to look at. They have like certain animations when you're taking off or landing that are really clean.
Let me pull up the notes for that too. I went like I raw dogged this update. Give me just a minute. Let me find the notes. So they added Sentinel ships, which are, there's a little I don't want to call it quest line, but well, sure. It's a little quest line, effectively, where you can find this ship. It's a very unique ship. It's a class of its own. It's a lot like a living ship in No Man's Sky. It's kind of like a cross between an exotic ship and a living ship. There's a new cockpit interior for it. There's a new HUD, so like whenever you get into your ship, it'll close, and then it like transitions from the like inside of it because it's not see through initially, and then you can.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I haven't been in first person on the flying in a bit.
Yeah, you need to look at the first person like whenever you enter the ship. It's really cool, and the inside of the cockpit looks awesome. There's new. They overhauled the corrupted sentinels, so they're like black and they have like purple crystals bleeding out of them. There's kind of new enemies. There's like a big arachnid robot, and then there's these giant like drill things that you need to take out for special materials. Corrupted planets, which have big purple crystals all over the place. You need those. Camps. There's a new multi-tool, two of them actually. There's a new jetpack you can get. It's all super cool. They really outdid themselves with this update. And again, I'm dangerously close to going on another like rant where I'm kissing Hello Games' ass because I love how they did this game.
How about you tell the audience who your character in No Man's Sky is now?
My character in No Man's Sky is none other than Buzz Lightyear.
That new jetpack looks like Buzz Lightyear's like wings and everything, sort of.
Well, yeah, the jetpack has like a wingspan, and so, but my helmet looks like a Darth Vader helmet, which was like my previous style. But I had the joke to, well, someone else did technically, to make my color scheme, because you can change the colors, to look like Buzz Lightyear, so like white, green, and a little bit of purple. And I did that. My character is Buzz Lightyear.
It actually looks really clean.
Yeah, it's really good. It's very accurate, all things like considered. And I changed the visor to white, so I mean it's silver. It's not see through, but like anyone who would look at me would instantly know what I based that color scheme off of.
100%.
It's beautiful, Buzz Lightyear. I wish I could get Space Ranger as a title in that.
Oh,
that would be awesome.
We've been playing a lot of Hunt Showdown.
Hunt, yeah, I've been enjoying that game a lot more. Was it you we played with the other day where we had that fight?
Yeah, yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was yesterday. I mean, no way, that was a different fight. We had
the concertina trap.
We had a couple of good fights. Not too long ago, but yeah, yesterday it was humiliating. That made me so angry because it's so dirty. And like, I'm not gonna bash the player for doing that because I do it when I can. If I'm at the level where I have poison trip mines and concertina trip mines, I've absolutely used that strategy. I just hate that I fell for it.
Well, it was in the weirdest place though. It was just on a random fence.
No, it wasn't random. It absolutely was not random. No. That guy was watching it. It wasn't random. He didn't. So I mean, it's odd to put it so far out. I would not have expected it to be out there because usually when people do that, they do that to like the actual like boss building. But no, that guy was outside the building and he, put him over that fence. I don't know when. It had to have been a decent amount before he got there. Otherwise, I would have heard him set those traps. But yeah, I just hopped that fence and I got ripped to shreds. I was poisoned, and then he shot me in the ear with an arrow.
Yeah, and then me and your dad were just waiting to like see if we could find time to revive you, and then they started moving. I don't know how I didn't get a headshot on that guy. I had a chain pistol, and my crosshair was on that guy's head. And
yeah,
I
was watching.
Missed.
I was watching. It's weird. There is a slight amount of bullet drop. I don't know if that's what did
Not
it.
at that range.
Well, that's why
I
was saying that's what I don't. That's why I was gonna say I don't know if that's what did it, and it probably isn't. But yeah, those guys were ruthless. I don't like the way that they played. I don't like it because that's how I play, And then I got complacent, and it upsets me. But it is what it is. Not a big.
We did have a good fight the previous game though. We got a couple kills.
Oh, dude, we had a solid fight. We had a couple. I mean, other than that, let's see. What was that? No, geez, I'm getting my days all confused here. I've forgotten when I played with you and or Blade with Dad. So
I played with you guys yesterday and about 2 weeks ago, I think.
there was one fight where I picked up an uppercut. One of my babies in that game.
Mm-hmm.
That was with Blade, I think. So that's not a good. But there was a couple of times when like we had like good fights. I just can't remember them all of a sudden. But then again, after the Karmic Massacre, nothing ever will stand out to me the same way again when it comes to that game.
I wish I was there for that.
Oh, it would have been beautiful. I wish I recorded it. There's like a select few moments where I'm like, I wish I was recording. That would have been absolutely stunning. But figure something out. I might start.
What are you gonna do?
Whenever I stream, I might start recording while I stream, just so that way if I want to highlight
There's
something.
really no point to do that because you can just save the VODs off of Twitch.
Nah. Well, but the thing is like, if I have that, what I can do is I can take that file itself and put it into Streamlabs, and then I can cut it up however I want. So instead of just trying to like find a snippet, out of something that isn't temporary. Plus, Twitch, streams on Twitch, you can change how long they're up. I think the max is like 4 days, but eventually you won't be able to access a particular stream anymore. So I'll have the stream files for like longer, basically.
Well, I think the max is 90 days.
For me, last I saw was like 4.
Something you can change. Mine are up there for a while.
Yeah, but I am not sure. And also, what were you about to ask me earlier? That I was gonna do something?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. That's a problem. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. Do you have anything to add, brother? So I don't dominate the conversation again?
I've been reluctantly playing a lot of Valorant.
Oh,
Not seriously. Like I just join like the custom games that some of my friends play on a server every now and then.
jeez. I was gonna say you realize you're playing one of the most try-hard serious games ever with the most try-hard serious community. Not seriously.
Yeah, I know because I'm not gonna be the, or how should I say this? Like, I'll fully admit that I am trash at Valorant because it is the most unnatural FPS I've ever played in my entire life.
I think it's stupid.
I agree. The combat in that game is stupid.
I could take stupid. You want to know why I don't like Valorant? This really
What's
just set me off. Valorant, just even like normally, is a competitive game,
Yeah.
Not just players against players, like it's competitive. So people give more care to things like having a last kill, right? If you get the last kill or something that causes the win or whatnot, it's called the ace or something like that.
Well, if you get all 5 kills, you get the ace.
Right. See, now I guess I can kind of understand why someone would be a little upset about that, but to the extent that I'm about to tell you, not at all. So I was playing back when I played it a bit, I care more about winning games rather than my own personal score usually. I just want to win. I want to win. And we were winning, and there was, one last round, and we were going through. Some dude got 4 kills. I was kind of just going around, they just all, I don't know, it just worked out that way. But this last guy got in front of me, and then my teammate came around this other corner, but I went ahead and, took him out. And I took away his ace, basically. And every single person in the lobby, including the enemy team, was just shredding into me for it.
Yeah, you see,
I uninstalled it the same day.
I think it'd be like, oh, you took my ace. Well, like that's dumb. You won the round. It doesn't matter. You got 4 kills. You probably would have got the ace. So just take it.
Yeah, see, that's pretty much where I'm at. Like, I don't care about
Yeah.
getting aces, all right? I don't care about your aces. I'm trying to win, and if we win, I'm happy. And
Yeah. It's just.
if you're playing this game and then you're not having fun because you missed out on a kill regardless, then you should not be playing video games.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If I were to get an ace, I'd be pumped up. I'd be like, yeah, yeah.
Well,
But
yeah,
like,
it's like I would be pumped, and even then it's like if someone, stole my ace, I would even be a little bummed out. I'd be, yeah, crap, I'd be a little just like slightly irritated for like a minute. But if I win, I win. That's that's what matters to me.
I was playing just a regular unrated like by myself one day just to see how I would do because when I play customs I play against like people of the highest ranks and I am like probably ranked bronze or dirt in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just playing on like what would be my elo and I was just dominating that lobby, dude. Like playing against people of the highest ranks in a custom game just actually made me good at my own rank.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we were playing on a map and four of them came around this corner, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
just unloaded and just killed four of them. And I was like, okay, I can get this ace. I can get this ace. And then I died, and I was like, damn.
Heck. Heckfire, which is apparently an actual game. Uh,
Yeah, but
yeah.
but then I almost got mad because then the last guy proceeded to kill three of our teammates and almost killed our entire team after I killed four of their team.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the
Doomslayer
final round.
music. Yeah. See, I prefer Overwatch over Valorant, and that's saying something because I mean, I don't bode well with Overwatch.
Yeah,
I kind of have fun, but the thing is even in quick play, there's people who care more about the game than I do. I just again, I play that game to have fun. I try to
Mhm.
win, but I don't number crunch and overanalyze the way Overwatch players do. You know,
I
uh,
mean, so I got a few things to say about Valorant and what you just said. I'll start with Valorant because you're talking about that. But the most unnatural and hard thing about Valorant is for me is I cannot move and shoot.
yeah, I don't like it. I really don't like that.
Yeah, and then to reset my recoil, I have to take a full step instead of just stopping the shoot.
Yeah, I don't. I really don't like how Valorant like went about that. It's very
Yeah,
it's
it's just CS:GO. It's
yeah,
CS:GO with
yeah.
Overwatch abilities.
And CS:GO is garbage too. There's a lot of people who would
Hmm.
probably like bite my head off for that, but look, it's garbage. I
Yeah.
I thought it was garbage. I hated it.
Another big
Um,
problem I have with Valorant is I get it's a free game, but I'm not about to spend $70 on a cosmetic.
yeah, no, no, screw that.
Like I low key want to buy like a knife in that game because I just want to twirl it around when I'm like just playing. But I'm not gonna drop $70 just to buy a butterfly knife.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of live service games in general are notorious for that, and
Yeah,
it bothers me. That's why I've been playing a lot
but
of
yeah,
single player games.
but yeah. About what you were saying about Overwatch, like the number crunching, like I see what you mean, but like for me when I play, like the only number crunching I'm doing is tracking ultimates and cooldowns,
Okay, I'm
and
not
that's just
talking I'm not talking about literal number crunching. I'm talking about exploiting every meta, every counter, you know, it's like and I get it, that's how you play. If someone does something and there's a good counter, probably want to switch to it. But I should not have to I should not have to play something that I don't want to play for someone else, right?
yeah. I disagree with metas entirely.
Like
Um,
like if I'm
but if I'm getting my ass kicked and like I'm getting countered, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'll switch.
Well, I mean, I've done it. I've done it with while playing with you. But sometimes it's like in games, if I want to play a particular hero in that game, Ramen or Ramatra, There's a few games where I played him where I shouldn't, and some of those times I switched, but sometimes I just want to play Ramatra, so I'm not gonna switch. But people in Overwatch don't really take that very well. They don't believe in just playing who you want to play. They believe in playing who you should play in this particular case.
If it's high ranked comp, I see that
That's different.
It's completely different. But if it's quick play who you want. I just have fun.
In high ranked, well, then your opinion changed on that. Because I remember when we talked, because you were one of those people that would tell me to swear. Well, you wouldn't really like get mad at me the same way other people do, but well, then again, I think I might have changed your mind on that. I have no idea at what point.
Well, sometimes you'd ask me like, "Oh, hey, what can I do, or what should I play here?" I'd be like, "Okay, well, you can play this. It'll counter this, or you can play this for this."
Well, right, but what I mean, there was a point when you said you play quick play as training for comp, so you treat it like comp. But I told you that other people don't think that way.
Well, yeah, me personally.
So they aren't going to play it like comp for you.
Yeah, but
right?
I did play it to practice for comp. I would test out certain things, play corners,
Oh, well, that's different.
That kind of thing.
That makes sense.
I would play it like I'm in a comp game, in the same way that like I'm not just gonna charge into their team and die.
Like me, except I don't usually die.
Yeah, because I play Ana and I keep you alive.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I'm a tank main.
Your keyboard's gonna be on life support eventually because of that.
My mouse too.
Yeah, but no, my baby, my FPS baby, PvP baby will always be Titanfall 2. It always will be, and I'm about ready to start sending emails to Respawn about giving me a Titanfall 3.
You haven't done that already?
No, surprisingly not yet. But I probably will. I don't know. Just haven't thought about it. Mostly because there's been like a lot of rumors that have gone on and off, like commonly enough. But
Titanfall Legends.
Yeah, pretty much. But it was different. It was different with Silent Hill and Konami because they canceled PT, Silent Hills, and then there was no word on it for a long time. And that's why I was emailing them. And then I just kept doing that until I eventually couldn't.
Because they blocked you.
Because they blocked me, yeah. And then they stole my ideas. So.
Very true.
They weren't patented ideas, though. I'm not going to, sue them or anything. I mean, it's not important. I'm getting what I want. So.
That's what's important. Right,
can't really complain. Yep, Silent Hill 2 remake. I'm so excited for it. I don't know when. It's supposed to come out next year, actually. I think no. I saw something recently, or rather, I didn't see it. Someone told me because I was talking about them with it. They said that there was supposed to be an expected release date reveal, and it'll probably be for next year, which would not really surprise me. Or late this year, because they announced Silent Hill 2 last year at some point. I can't remember when.
Okay.
I think it was October. Somewhere in October. But yeah, I'm gonna play the hell out of that game, dude. Really pumped.
What else have we been really doing a lot of?
Really just been playing a bunch of video games. I mean, that's about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I got nothing.
Nice.
I was gonna try to browse around, see if there was something else that we like messed with, but I don't really know.
Yeah, not really much at all, is there? I mean, we played a little bit of the cycle, but got tired of that really quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked the cycle way back when. I just kind of don't anymore.
Were we still doing the podcast when we finished our the Sons of the Forest playthrough?
When we finished it?
Yeah.
Let's see. It depends on when we last pulled it up. March 10th was... I think we finished it shortly before we finished the podcast. Season 3, I mean. Tell you what, let me look. March 16th was the last episode. So yeah, about a week.
Okay. Yeah, so really no news for that. They did make some updates that we haven't really checked out yet. Isn't that right?
We kind of read them a little bit. Rideable EUC Night V. I don't know what an EUC is.
I think it's a four-wheeler, like a snowmobile.
Oh, well then yeah, they added that. Night vision goggles, solar panels, light bulbs, and wires added to construction system. Ramps and stairs can now be built between a beam and a wall.
That's useful.
Buildable spring trap, working armor rack, which is something I tried to build. And then there's added a button / option to delete saves.
Yeah, I've seen that that spring trap on like a video. Like someone put them down and had babies walk over them and was just skeet shooting babies.
The babies. That's funny. Yeah, the Sons of the Forest looks really good. I'm just waiting for them to add a little bit more. Hopefully they add that freaking log sled back into the game. Because the log...
People are asking for it.
Because the log sled, like, I don't know why they decided to remove that. I think they did it because there's Kelvin now.
Well, and you can send logs on zip lines as well.
I think you could do that in the other game. The first one. I might be wrong, but...
I'm not sure. I don't remember there being zip lines in the first game.
Well, like I said, I could be wrong. I don't. It's been long enough since I played it that I don't know. But yeah, they probably just removed the log sled because with the addition of Kelvin, you just get that idiot to get you logs instead of, getting them yourself. Which
I hate that like Kelvin will pick up logs that I cut down and bring them instead of just getting his own.
Yeah, you cut down a tree and then Kelvin just decides to do half the work by taking your logs instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kelvin's there aren't really kind words I can use to describe him. Kelvin sucks. I'll just say that. Although
Kelvin
they did
is special.
They did fix some of his issues about like you tell him to go like finish the construct, like if you're building a treehouse. They fixed it to where he won't cut down the tree that you're building on. Which was like the main thing.
I think they should have just kept that because
I think they should have kept it.
It was a good part of the game. Yeah.
I completely disagree.
Yeah, I don't think so actually.
That's funny though. I love the videos that people have posted where they'll do that. He'll cut down that tree, destroy everything, and look at you, and then he gives you a thumbs up, and then lays down somewhere.
Kelvin, no.
Yeah, Kelvin's really funny to you. We used him mostly as a meat shield in that game. Couldn't you give him a gun? I can't remember that. No.
You can give Virginia the shotgun and the pistol.
Yeah, Virginia was the real MVP of that game. Absolutely, an absolute death machine. 3-legged death machine.
Yeah.
Oh boy, wow, that hurts.
What?
I like skinned my hand at work.
Skin?
Yeah, like I scraped it. Stings a little bit, but it's fine. The pain makes me stronger.
Oh, does it now?
Yeah, there's your little emo statement of the day. Well, what else could we talk about? Are there any games coming out that we've thought about?
I don't think there's any that are new that are coming out that we haven't talked about. I think actually no, Blight Survival.
Blight Survival?
Yeah, it's like a medieval zombie game.
Oh, wait, Troll, here.
Yeah. I actually had them on my wish list before he said anything in this server.
Oh, this game.
Yeah. I think this looks really fun.
Yeah. That was loud.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, it probably picked up on the recording. I accidentally tapped a video and then it just blared. Oops. Yeah, I saw this video. I saw a video about this game somewhere. It's supposed to be. Well, no, it isn't. I don't know. I thought I heard something about it being like a Souls-like, but I don't. I might be thinking of a different game here, because this does not look like a
It got
Souls-like.
described to me as a imagine if there was a zombie game set in the 14th century.
Well, I mean, you can tell that by looking at it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
supposed to have like a really thorough like combat system. It looks great. It looks really cool. Customization and all that, you know. I don't know if this is a match-based game. Probably isn't. No, because it's single player and online co-op. It does not have PvP marked, which is good. I don't want to. I don't really want to mess with PvP much more than I already am. Yeah,
Yeah.
this looks so good. I saw this not too long ago, and I'm glad that you brought it up.
I
Let's
mean,
see.
just in this little like trailer, it already looks like a fully fledged game. I don't know why they haven't announced the release date yet.
Who knows? Maybe there's a. I mean, because you have no idea how big this game's gonna be.
That's fair, yeah.
Because I mean, right now it says it's gonna be 20,000 megabytes,
I'm
which
sorry, 20,000 megabytes.
megabytes, yeah,
I'm thinking of gigabyte. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, not
I was thinking
gigabytes.
of gigabyte. I was like, oh.
They probably just put that as a placeholder or something like that. I have no idea. But yeah, that does look like a good one. I don't know like anything about it other than you are basically a knight that kills zombies. And that's all I need to know. That's all I want to know for now. Well, we got 20 minutes to burn, or we could cut it early.
I mean, I don't really know what else to talk about. I mean, my baby's due here pretty soon.
Yeah, the baby. Oh,
Jedi Fallen Order is coming out. I'm gonna play that, or Jedi Survivor. Sorry.
yeah, Jedi Survivor. I'm probably gonna play that too. I just, well, I think I might wait to hear from you before I buy it, even though you're kind of biased. But
I'm
you know,
I'm not. I have lower expectations for that game.
well, you have more of an affinity to Star. Well, actually, I think that's probably what would. Because I know you like Star Wars more than me, and if your expectations are as low as mine,
No, my
then I
expectations are
don't
low
like.
because Star Wars Fallen Order or Jedi Fallen Order was such a dead, not a dead, but a boring and linear game.
Well, okay, I always feel like we need to say this. It had a good story, good combat, you know, but that's like it. It was a very, very one-way game that did not take long to beat. Um,
Yeah. The story of the game was you and going to get another ability so you can go and do another thing so you can go and get another ability.
well, I mean the overall like the background like context and whatnot. I thought it was a cool game. It's just they really did not execute it in the way that they
Yeah.
kind of portrayed that they would. They portrayed it as an RPG. It's not an RPG.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna look at my like games. Where's my library?
It's a good question.
On I'm on Xbox. Jedi Fallen Order.
What are you looking at? I mean, you 100% that game.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Like
see how long it
you
took.
you 100% it like within the first couple of days of playing it.
Yeah,
It did not take you long at all.
I got every achievement. I got every collectible, every Force Echo, everything.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see the time because now I'm curious.
Trying to see where it would say it on here. or I think the Xbox app on my phone will tell me instead of doing it on the computer.
It's probably written in a rather weird way. But yeah,
Where
no.
is my Xbox app?
I don't think I ever
Oh, there
100% that game. I played it and then I tried to like go after collectibles like after I beat the story, but then I just got bored.
Mm-hmm. Library games.
Because as far as I'm aware, enemies didn't really respawn in that game. So if you like went through an area or level whatever, and then you like had to go back to it to like get a collectible, like there's absolutely nothing in the way, which is kind of fine. But whenever you have a game that linear and that like tedious with collectibles, it gets really irritating.
Well, so enemies wouldn't really respawn, but new enemies would show up in certain areas after you crossed a certain level of progression.
Well, yeah, that's different. That's fine. But for the most part, it didn't really have any new enemies other than like a couple of times. Yeah.
All right. I played a total of 27 hours and 42 minutes. Or sorry, 37 hours.
Say that again?
37 hours and 42 minutes.
So you beat it in less than 2 days.
Yeah.
And just completely platinumed it.
Yeah, and I also did a new game plus and did that as well. So half that time.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much. It's and it's weird because in the tags of that game it says it's a Souls-like, which I mean the combat is kind of difficult, but I'm like, it ain't a Souls-like.
I will say
not.
the combat was really fun in that game. Like I had fun like with the different
The
ways
combat,
you could
the,
use your saber with a single, double, the breakable blade or whatever you call it.
the combat was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed how they did the lightsaber fights and whatnot. And I also and it really disappoints me because like when you look at just about every Star Wars game or comic or like fan made or not like fan made clip, but like the Old Republic, trailers and whatnot, and the other movies outside of the original movies because people couldn't do intense lightsaber fights, and stupidly the prequels or no sequels, all the lightsaber fights are like really awesome and cool and like creative. And then you have things like in the sequels where the lightsabers, in a fight, they don't ever touch one another. They just kind of like dodge and swing at one another and then maybe use the force as well. But they never ever like cross blades at a moment.
Do you
Like
have you ever seen the movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
no.
Okay. Well, watch it because that movie has better fight scenes than the sequels.
Oh, excuse me. You know what has a better fight scene than the prequels?
What, Peppa Pig?
No, the battle between King Arthur and the Black Knight and Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yes, that is a better fight scene than the entire
That
sequel of
was
Star Wars combined.
that fight was like the fight of legends compared to what the sequels of Star Wars have done. They suck.
Yeah. Did you hear they're making another trilogy?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna watch it. Not at all.
I I'm so scared. But they are making a new show or spin-off, not spin-off, but another prequel, I think, that Dave Filoni's directing, and I think that's gonna be good.
Well, maybe you got to realize he's under someone else's thumb.
That's true, but Dave Filoni is a great director.
Because John Favreau almost walked out on The Mandalorian
I would have cried.
because of the pressure they were putting on him. And I wouldn't blame him. I mean, Henry Cavill did it with The Witcher. I applaud him for it, really. It's unfortunate
Yeah.
because I like The Witcher, but
Yeah, he left The Witcher because of the Superman party he had, and
no,
then he
no,
got
no, no,
removed
no,
from the
no,
Superman
no,
party,
no,
didn't he?
no, no. That's not what happened.
Well, it's
So
part of the reason, is it not?
no, it isn't. he was dropped as Superman as well. When the news came out about why he left The Witcher, they also dropped him as Superman. What happened, all right? So Henry Cavill is a huge fan of The Witcher, read all the books, played the games, you know, and so he's like he's the guy who knows about everything, you know. And the showrunners, who are women, uh, and definitely have a political agenda, were trying to flip up the story for political correctness for like this reason or that reason. I have specific examples, but I'm not going to say them necessarily. But basically they were trying to, you know, dog the story and take it in a bit of a different direction. And throughout the entire series so far, all right, Henry Cavill has been basically forced to uh, combat with the showrunners. You know, he would make last minute decisions without telling the showrunners and whatnot. He was basically running the show. You know, and people were getting mad at him for it. They're, you know, and especially the women, or at least the showrunners, because all the cast loves him. And so they pretty much were they were fighting one another on whether they wanted to be politically correct, or Henry Cavill, who was just trying to actually make the story what it was, you know, and what it is, what it was written as. So Henry Cavill eventually had enough, and he said, "I quit." And then to cover up or try to like save face, the showrunners or someone leaked it, and basically the showrunners are like, "Oh yeah, he was a misogynist and, you know, this or that," and like basically tried to paint him as this weird misogynistic dude who's just highly addicted to video games, you know, and talks in that gamer bro language.
That gamer slang.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, that's not at all how it is. You know, it's a complete lie. If you really like looked into it, you know, which I have, it is a complete lie. And then because of those,
look into it because I know you tell me anyway.
yeah, and then because of those accusations, or at least following them, maybe not directly because of, they also dropped him as Superman. But Amazon hired him, and he's making Warhammer stuff now for Amazon, which should probably be good. And I think he's actually running like the whole nerd department. Maybe, I don't know, not running it, but part of it. I have no idea.
Henry Cavill join our podcast.
The news on it's been a little bit quiet. Yeah, Henry Cavill will be a guest star on our podcast. You would make my dreams come true.
Your wet dreams.
Maybe one day. No, shut up. Quit being gross. We're on a podcast. Anyway. Well, geez, you really just made it awkward, man. I was gonna add something else onto it, and now I can't because of your stupid little comment.
Oh, and you scared?
No, no, I don't think I have anything else either. No, I'm not embarrassed. You should be embarrassed. Well, that was a notification. I think my Streamlabs is gonna pick up everything. Like I said, we have kinks to work out with the recording. But you know, it's fine. Anywho, do you have any concluding notes, bud? I think we'll cut the episode a little bit early.
Concluding notes. Let's see. Wash your dishes.
Wash your dishes? Yeah, I would recommend washing your dishes, or just buy paper stuff.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, buy paper pots and pans too. They always work. Well,
or just roast everything on a spit in your backyard.
I would try it if I absolutely if I could reliably do that because I live in town. I would try it for a little while. Ah, that made me think of something. My grandma bought a big box of MREs.
No way.
She bought a box of MREs. They're not for me. Like they're just here. But
are military MREs or just like camping MREs?
Military MREs.
Go get one. I want to see.
They're still in the box. I don't know where she put them. I'm not just gonna go get them right now. We're recording. I'll show you later. But yeah, so she got it's a big box. It's a really big box. I don't know how many are in it. It's a big boy. But yeah, anyway,
Damn, boy.
I thought you'd get a
Big
kick
boy.
out of that because I said that thing where it's like for 1 week I want to try to live off of MREs.
Don't. For the safety of your gut, don't.
You encouraged it,
Because I want to see you in pain.
and now you're telling me not to. So do you want to see me in pain or not?
No.
Okay, then fine. Don't encourage it. I'm still gonna do it. Maybe not while I visit you though. That's for damn sure.
That's
Anyway.
That's something different.
Yeah. What? Anyway, I don't know what I don't know what you're referring to, and I can't remember. But anyway, go ahead and check out our socials: Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, and Facebook.
Mhm.
I didn't forget any.
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, and Facebook. You can check out our solo stream pages. It's Frosty Butcher TTV for myself and Just Phoenix 101 TTV. Is that it?
Not the 101.
Oh, Just Phoenix TTV. That's Neo's. And
Just
then
underscore Phoenix.
just underscore Phoenix. And then you can check out JoBro Gaming TTV on Twitch as well. We'll be streaming there the same days that we upload. Alternate, hosting as to who's alternate stream hosting as to whoever is hosting the episode that day. That'll be it. And we thank you for joining episode 1 of season 4 of JoBro Radio, the greatest nerd pop culture podcast live on all your favorite podcast platforms.
So, are you just gonna say for one, you didn't say what the socials are called.
JoBro Radio on all those Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, and Facebook. JoBro Radio. JoB. Shut up! I'm getting to it. You think it's my first time, huh?
Yeah.
JoBroRadio. Fucking happy now? Jeez. I'll take the stink butt point. No, I'm not. I'll take the stink butt point for that one. Little nag. Gosh. You're like my wife.
And you didn't spell out our Twitch pages either.
I don't care. I'm not doing it. And we're cutting the episode. Say peace so we can end this.
Peace.
Thank you.